Coach Wee, when you said 10 countries in the second tournament or in both tournaments?
The second one, we will have more countries. The first one, it's a smaller tournament, it's a smaller scale, so we will have
So
some
how
players.
many countries for the first one?
For the first one, we have Japan, Korea, Malaysia, Sri Lanka, so 5 countries in the first one.
Okay. Again, just to give us a more or less, I know the format already, but for the benefit of our listeners and readers, how many local players can be qualified in both the men's and women's in the first tournament, and then in the second tournament?
Okay, for the first tournament, it's called the satellite. So satellite tournaments means that anybody can participate. There's no real world ranking requirement for that. So that allows even the younger juniors to play, non-professional members. So we are allowing our junior players to take part as well, players who are not in the top ranked players in the professional circuit. So our kids will be able to actually get a chance to play against better players. So we'll have a total of 6, I believe, in the men to play in the first tournament.
For our local players?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, for our local players.
And the women?
The women's, we have 4 women playing in that. And then for the second tournament, it's a PSA 3K tournament. So what does that mean is it goes by world ranking.
Yes.
So whoever enters with the highest world ranking will get to participate. It closed off at 24, so we are not allowed to have more than 24 players.
For the second tournament?
For the second tournament. There are a couple of reserves waiting to get in, but at this point in time, the draw is full. We have that qualified by merit will be obviously Remark, David Polino, our number 2, Christopher, and Jonathan. 4 of them have qualified on merit, and we are allowed 2 more local players to get in the draw without having to qualify for it, as the perks of hosting the tournament. Okay.
In the first tournament is a 32-player draw for the men and women?
24 as well.
24 as well. Okay. Jamaica, anong pinaka-highest ranking mo sa Philippine Professional Squash Association Series? Alam ko, nag-ano ka eh. Yung pinaka-highest ranking mo, world rating.
Hello, my highest world ranking was 77 in the world.
77 in the world.
That's before pandemic.
Before the pandemic. Okay, currently, ikaw, Raymark, anong ranking mo sa PSA?
Sa ngayon po is 241.
241. Oh, congratulations pala, national champion ka. Tinalo si many-time typist si Robert Gregoria. Anyway, sorry, Robert Vizier. Not Robert Bachman, sorry. The better-looking one. Anyway, ikaw, Christopher, sabi mo nga, may pagkakataon kang maglaro sa magagaling dito sa first tournament. So, ano ang mga expectations mo? And then we'll give way to our colleagues.
Sa first tournament ko, expectation ko is expected ko makakapasok ko ng top 8.
Quarterfinals. Very good. So, and we will ask questions later. Give way first to our colleagues. Maraming salamat. Next question.
Good morning. To Sir Bob. Sir Bob, hihiwalay lang ako konti sa hosting nyo. No? Kasi may nakita ako sa website nyo sa FB na meron kayong World Squash Day. Pwede ba natin explain content or any update with that?
Yeah, that's held every year by the World Squash Federation, and all NSAs around the world pretty much have their own event on that day. So with us, we plan to focus on grassroots. I mean, we'd have drills and trainings for the young kids. We're looking at putting up the inflatable. Is that on the? If we can, we'll put up the inflatable squash court for the kids to play. We brought in two inflatable courts. So the plan is we have our our usual collaterals, which is the T-shirts and banners. We walk the streets of Manila and we pick up kids from all over and bring them in the squash center, which we did last year. I think we brought in about 30 to 40 kids last year. So hopefully we'll do the same this year. Those kids that were there last year, still, not all of them, of course, but a few of them have stayed on and continued their training. We have a 9-year-old named Ashton. The father is a tricycle driver right across Gate 1, and he's been playing regularly and going to the squash center. We've given him shoes, food and all that. Yeah, he's kind of like a mainstay in the squash center already. So kulong na lang he'd sleep there, but yeah, he's there every day and he trains every day. 9-year-old, maybe you could watch him. I'm sure he'll be there today. So if you feel free to watch the kid, he's improved a lot. So what else do we? Well, let me pass it on to before to discuss more on the World Squash Day.
Yeah, so World Squash Day will be held this Saturday. We are planning to do activities from 11 to 2 p.m. and we'll provide food as well after. So our goal is to, like Sir was saying, that we are going to get a lot of kids around the area, because our goal is to try and develop the sport a little bit more, to grow it here in the Philippines. As you all may probably know, squash is one of the smaller sports here in the Philippines, so it's our goal to try and grow it, to get a lot more people involved, a lot more players, just to have the numbers, because at this point in time we do have a good number of players doing well, but our issue is how long can we sustain this and having a future program for the sport and for the longevity of the sport as well. So for World Squash Day, there is our goal. All our players will be there to help out. They will be there from our regular training. So after training on Saturday mornings, yes, you are not escaping Saturday mornings, by the way. Yeah, so this Saturday morning we'll be training at 6:30 a.m. After that, we'll have a bit of breakfast, and everybody will do their part, get ready to welcome kids from 11 a.m. onwards. So we will do, like Boss said, we have activities teaching the kids how to play squash, and hopefully we not just get new talent, but to be able to nurture the kids to have a better future with squash as well, to give them a chance. Like Ashton, for example, he's there on a daily basis, he enjoys the sport, and he has a group to grow up with, a community that he can grow up with as well. So that is our goal, besides just producing champions.
Thank you, Coach. To the players,